Hi there, Leo. It's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. Every time the cards are just jumping out, every time I've gone to meditate and just shuffle, the cards just start jumping out. So I'm just going from one reading to the next. This is a reading for the sign of Leo for March 2019. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscriptions, subscribe. It'd be great if you did, but whatever you want to do. Okay, that's too many. I don't know why I'm not turning them over. 2 cups, baby. 9 of swords. I'm already getting, you're going to have a change in thinking and boundaries. Victory card at the bottom of the deck. Let's turn these over. It's time to cut loose, cut free, cut ties with something that's not serving you. Yeah. You're going to have to stand up to someone. And I think you've been in denial about the situation because you've dreaded the confrontation. Either you just know that this person is unreasonable and just is one of those people that just fights and just wants to argue and always has to be right, and that, it'll be like banging your head against the wall. And maybe there's been a lot of like resignation energy, like in the sense that, oh, maybe you'll resign from work, but I mean more like you've resigned yourself to this is how it's going to be. And this is how life is. This is just how jobs are. This is just how a relationship is. And maybe you've become kind of numb to it. And just been like denial. I mean, it's basically you've been in denial about something and just sort of, but I feel like you've accepted, because this 5 of Pentacles is like a poverty mentality. And this is sort of apathy, or could be depression, just sort of blah. This is the going through the motions card. Not excited about anything. You get up. Kind of dread going to work, you get through the day, you come home, and then you're just like exhausted and you don't feel like you have the energy, you're not really to do much because you're, you've just been living against your true nature and your job just isn't right, but you've resigned again in denial, like I have to have this job because it's the right job to have. Like you've decided you can't make money doing something you enjoy. You have to have this job that you don't like, or you have to stay in this relationship for some reason. For a lot of you though, I don't see you necessarily leaving the relationship or the job or the circumstance. I see you realizing that maybe you've been negative and a glass half full, and you've been looking for external things to make you happy. I would highly suggest listening to A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. Actually, I just found out, and I clearly don't get any money from any of these people. This isn't an ad, but it really made a difference in my life. Oprah's podcast, like every Monday, just in the last few weeks or something, they've been taking a chapter from that book, so you could actually listen to that. And it's all about being present and acceptance. Acceptance not in a I just have to accept this sucks type of way, but acceptance in the sense that I'm here. I need to be present. I need to do the best job that I can and be grateful for the things I have. It's hard. You just have to read the book. Read the book. I listened to it actually on tape, or audiobook, and that was a really good way to listen to it in the car. But it really shifted my mindset. And if you're again focusing on the negative, you're just going to find more negative, and that's all you're going to see. But if you focus on the positive, then you start seeing more and more positive. Now, some of you just need to get the hell away from a situation or a person. Flat out. You're in denial, and you need to stand up for yourself, because this situation is, you can't sleep, it's driving you crazy, and you need to just take a stand, put some boundaries up, and say enough. Done. And get rid of this. Yeah, boundaries are important. And the people who resist your boundaries or don't respect your boundaries, I mean, that's one of the biggest red flags out there. If someone doesn't respect your boundaries, then I would, move on. Because that means they don't respect you, right? This shift in your thinking, it's like the surrendering to the universe that everything will work out. You don't need to hang on to resentment and negativity, or on some level think you're going to punish people by holding on to negative energies. You may want to I don't have one, but you can Google cord cutting or on YouTube or something, and find a cord cutting. And this can be done between family members, co-workers, anyone that you've been in their energetic field and had, or somehow had some sort of connection with, to cut this cord, to be able to move on. Now, just in my experience, when you do a cord cutting, all of a sudden the person, it's like they sense it. I had a friend who said she didn't have this experience, but I've heard this from quite a few people, and it's happened to me. All of a sudden, even if you haven't talked to this person in a while, but you're still, have this cord, even if you don't interact with them anymore, all of a sudden you see them, or they call you. They sense the lack of what's that word? Not dysfunction, but codependence, and they sense you're not there. They all of a sudden reach out. So be prepared for that, and either block them. Make sure you're not going to their social media account. I saw, I think it was Glennon Doyle on her Instagram. She's pretty funny and inspiring. But she said, you know how you can ask people questions on Instagram? So someone asked her about closure. And she said, you know what? I don't believe in closure. I think closure is just an excuse to keep the drama going, to keep the connection going. And I couldn't agree more. If you've been doing anything, or someone's been doing this to you, block them, do whatever you can to do not get sucked in, do not feed into it, and don't go and seek it out. This card, it almost looks more like the Four of Swords to me. The Four of Pentacles here, it's getting grounded, getting centered, being present, being mindful. Feeling a connection to everything good, to the earth, and being able to let go. Being able to really calm your mind. Yeah, this change in thinking. I just keep going back to that, the Eckhart Tolle book. And he has one called The Power of Now. I haven't read that one, but my friend said she read it and broke up with her first husband, who had been just a serial cheater, and she wasn't happy with. And it took her reading that book. Again, it was nothing else changed. It was just that realization, that out of denial, that shift in her thinking to be like, wait a minute, it's disrespectful to myself to continue to tolerate this behavior. This isn't working. Karma, the universe has it. It's got it. It's taking care of it. You don't have to. Move forward. Look at this. And then you have this beautiful Two of Cups. It's like once you let go of ties and resentment, and you attract a higher vibration, and you're able to move forward in a very beautiful, positive way, feeling more centered and grounded. Your mind, like you're learning to stop your mind from running on that hamster wheel of negativity. And so by changing how you look at things, your perspective, you're victorious. Your whole life will change. Wow. And then this has come out quite, things will happen very quickly. Like you will feel better very quickly. This is going to be like an aha moment. Like once you get your mindset around it, everything else falls into place. Yes. Did I? You know what? I think I said something about Cancer. This is Leo. Oh, I hate when I do that. I know I was reading for Leo, so if I said Cancer, this is for Leo. Please accept it. It was just because I just did Cancer right before. This is a very different reading, too, than the Cancer reading. So thank you, Leo, for watching. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely month. Take care.